What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Real Talk with Clos. I'm your host, Clos, and today we have two news reports that broke so far. Batwoman supposedly replacing Ruby Rose and her character, Kate Kane, so they're trying to go a whole new route on that. And then we also have HBO Max reportedly wanting a Ben Affleck Batman movie with Jared Leto Joker and Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke. So we're going to start off first with the HBO Max news. I'll go ahead and put the link in the description. So it starts off with saying, with the shocking news that Zack Snyder's Justice League is finally being released, it seems like the original plans for the DCEU, which once seemed dead, are being unexpectedly revisited. The success of Snyder's Cut movement, for instance, has led fans to begin campaigning to get David Ayer's edition of Suicide Squad released too. But our folks still think too small. What if there's a chance that a whole movie that was never made could get off the ground? What if Ben Affleck's Batman film could actually happen? Says, that's the headline of a mind-blowing new report shared by the Cultured Nerd, who claim that their sources have informed them Warner Brothers is looking to get the former Dark Knight star back to both feature in and helm his own original version of the Batman. As every DC fan knows, Affleck completed a script for the pick before he decided to vacate the role, resulting in Matt Reeves writing a new one and casting Robert Pattinson. Affleck's The Batman, you may recall, would have featured Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke as the main villain, and the Culture Nerd says the actor would return to finally give us his portrayal of Slade Wilson for more than a minute, which in Justice League, the theatrical cut, he had only a minute in there, which at the end was supposedly he broke out Lex Luthor. So as it keeps on saying here, it says, likewise, the script is known to heavily include Arkham Asylum Arkham Asylum with a role for the Joker. So Jared Leto would be brought back as well. Meanwhile, it said Zack Snyder would produce. So pretty much what this would be is Ben Affleck would direct it, Zack Snyder would produce it, to kind of keep it in the same realm. And if Ben needs any help or such on, or a little bit of nudge, that's where Zack Snyder will come in. So it says, WB's released a full cut of characters' posters for the Justice League. This is just pictures from HBO Max. And then it says, it's safe to say that fans would go crazy if such project would actually officially announce. But at this stage, we'd better take news with a pinch of salt and not get our hopes up too high. CN doesn't specify this in their report, but you'd expect something like this to only go ahead if the Snyder Cut proves overwhelmingly popular. So we have to see how that goes down next year for one. Once more, it'll be a big ask for Affleck to agree to come back after he's already put the cape and cowl behind him. What do you think of this talk of Ben Affleck's Batman getting his own movie at last, though? Swoop over to the comments and leave your thoughts. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, so my thoughts on this. Yeah, a lot of grain of salt on this, but I believe that if they agreed, since Warner Brothers agreed to give Zack Snyder $30 million to complete his Snyder Cut, that means you're going to be doing reshoots. That means you're going to have to bring back all your cast. That includes Ben Affleck, because that movie was with Ben Affleck. And as you guys go and see, Ben Affleck was very passionate and moved forward and was excited to see this Snyder Cut and where it goes. So I'm pretty sure if they need him to come back to shoot some roles, to shoot some things, he will do it because of the movement for this Snyder Cut movie. I also think that if that goes good and his experience is as good as Batman v Superman was for him, which, as he stated himself, that he really loved, working with Zack and the Batman v Superman, I believe HBO Max, because why wouldn't they? It's going to be more money for them. They would approach Ben Affleck if they're not already approaching him. And I would love to see it. I would be ecstatic if we have a Snyderverse on HBO Max. Just have everything run on HBO Max. I'm pretty sure Henry, he's loving everything what's going on and with Netflix and The Witcher and all that stuff. So he's probably like, man, I'd rather, do a couple episodes, do this and do that, So this is all speculation again, but he's done it. Ben Affleck has been in a couple Netflix movies, So I think it'll be the best thing for him. Honestly, I think for DC in general, moving forward, have different universes, have your movies that are standalone, and then keep the whole verse that's connected. You could do your little intros and little side, cameos. You could do a little Snyderverse, where we have our Ben Affleck Batman and all this stuff, but then when the big movies come off like Shazam and all this stuff, they could just pop in and do this, Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into the Batwoman article at this point. And it says, Batwoman replacing Ruby Rose and her character Kate Kane in general moving forward. So, let's go ahead and start here. So it starts with, when the CW's Batwoman returns for Season 2, it won't be just losing star Ruby Rose, who played the part of Kate Kane. It'll be introducing an entirely new character, as Batwoman Decider has learned. The news began to trickle out thanks to the leaked casting call looking for a character named Ryan Wilder, described as a female, mid-late 20s, any ethnicity. The part that raised fans' eyebrows was the following sentence: Ryder is about to become Batwoman. Batwoman. The description continued that she's likable, messy, a little goofy, and untamed. She's also nothing like Kate Kane, the woman who wore the Batsuit before her, and through casting calls are known to create fake parts for auditions. The Ryan Wilder character will in fact be replacing Kate Kane as Batwoman in Season 2, and Kate Kane will not be recast. So I'm pretty sure they will address this in Season 2 on how or what happened to Kate Kane vanishing. I'm actually okay with this because, in a sense, so I'm gonna cut right here in the article and then I'll continue later. But real quick before I forget, what I want to say is, with Kate Kane, she's so connected to Batwoman and to the villain of the story, and even her father who leads the Crows, that if you were to recast Ruby Rose and obviously Kate Kane, it'll be so not so much as a hard transition, but it just wouldn't make any sense. Because, you build all this up all Season 1, and then with her leaving and stuff. So it's better to just erase her completely and start a whole new route. Because, as I said, Kate Kane is so connected. And for those of you who've seen Batwoman, you know how connected her character is to everyone who got developed in this Season 1. So, maybe we're going to lead up to where the first couple episodes of Season 2, since we got introduced with Bruce Wayne comes back and, maybe finds this Wilder chick on the side and brings her in to be the next Batwoman. And we get to see more of a bridge of Bruce Wayne. As I stated in my last video, what I believe the route that they're going with Bruce Wayne is, since next year we're going to have Superman and Lois, and it's going to be about his two sons, mainly. Those are going to be the main ones that they're going to follow throughout the show. Well, they didn't say it was two sons. They were both his sons. They said it was going to be two boys. One that's obviously the description of Jonathan Kent, and then there was a description of another boy who's going to be a main star in that, in Superman and Lois, that it had more of a Damian Wayne type of, casting list. So I figure that they're going to introduce Bruce, and then they're going to kind of sneak in that, Damian Wayne and John Kent are going to team up. But, that's all speculation. Let's get back to the article. Sorry if I ranted on a little bit there. Just didn't want to lose my thought there. So we are continuing here. It says, Ruby Rose, who starred as Kate in Season 1, announced she would be leaving the series on May 19th. The news was confirmed by Warner Brothers, the production company behind the show, which said in the statement that, "We thank Ruby for her contribution to the success of our first season and wish her all the best. The studio and network are firmly committed to Batwoman's second season and long-term future. We, along with the show's talented creative team, look forward to sharing its new direction, including the casting of a new lead actress and member of the LGBTQ community in the coming months." As it turns out, though they are looking for a new lead actress, it's not to take on the role of Bruce Wayne's cousin Kate Kane. The cast call continues that with no one in her life to keep her on track, Ryan spent years as a drug runner, dodging the GCPD and making her pain with bad habits. A girl who would steal milk for an alley cat could also kill you with her bare hands. Ryan is the most dangerous type of fighter, highly skilled, wildly undisciplined, and out lesbian. Athletic, raw, passionate, fallible, and very much not stereotypical all-American hero. So it also continues on to say here, the call also adds that performers who identify as LGBTQ are encouraged to submit, so accept a lot of focus of casting speculation on members of the LGBTQ community. The new cast member, whoever they are, will join Doug Ray Scott, Rachel Skarstein, Megan Tandy, Nicole Kang, Cameron Johnson, who will return for Season 2 of the series. Batwoman Season 2 is currently expected to debut January 2021. That's with all the other shows on CW, with the new one to Superman and Lois, Supergirl, Flash. I haven't heard anything about Arrow and the Canaries. Hopefully we get to hear a little something about that. But that's all that article says. So my thoughts on this is, I kind of interrupted in the middle there. I do think this is the best thing that they could do for the show because, as I said, Kate Kane, Ruby Rose, was such a big part of this show that her connection with these other characters, especially since they're going with the route that all the old cast is still coming back besides Ruby Rose. Her connection was so big that you can't just put somebody else in to be Kate Kane and just magically, even as actors, they have to just learn how to do it. It's not going to work. It's going to look weird. And us as fans, we're going to be so confused. We're not going to know what's going on. So the best route for them to do is go totally different. Press the reset button on this, which is what they're going to do, and start a whole new story. You finally got your Bruce Wayne in here, so you could go ahead and like I said, you could kind of have it to where it should have been, where Bruce kind of gives the mantle to the next person, which would be Batwoman. So, I think personally, it'll work for the best for the show. And for those of you who haven't given it a shot yet, I think you guys should really give it a shot and watch the first season, just so you can know the development of everyone else. And because I can already tell you, if you haven't seen it yet, a lot of people are not gonna or it's gonna take a while for you to get adjusted to Ruby Rose, because she does get better towards mid-end of the season of her acting and everything. But I did personally like her from the beginning to the end. But I am very interested to see where this show is gonna go. And yeah, I hope you guys are too. I hope you're gonna give it a shot. Don't just bang on it because you don't want to see it. Go give it a shot. And give it 2 or 3 episodes, maybe 4. If you don't like it, then hey, it's not for you. But definitely give it a shot. Don't just nudge it by the corner and say no. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think, what you expect about Zack Snyder and the whole Ben Affleck situation. If you think that that they're gonna go for him and they're gonna come back and he's gonna do his own Batman version, I hope he does. That's been by far, besides Michael Keaton, my favorite Batman to this day. I personally did not like Christian Bale. I loved the movies because it was Batman, but Christian Bale's Batman I did not like personally. And you could blow me up in the comments about it all you want, but Ben Affleck was definitely a better Batman and even a better Bruce Wayne than Christian Bale was. That's neither here or there. That's a whole nother topic, but that's just my opinion. Either way, I want Ben Affleck back. I want Batfleck back. And I would definitely want to give Joe Manganiello his chance. I feel like every time he gets a chance to do something, it gets blown back and he never gets his full chance. All right. We need to get Flash Thompson back in there. Definitely him as Deathstroke. He looked such like a badass, and I wanted so much. And I was so hyped for this movie, you know, when it was announced. And the little teaser that we got from Ben Affleck when we finally see the reveal of Joe Manganiello, you know, as a Deathstroke. And the fact that that movie was supposed to be taking place in Arkham Asylum with Jared Leto and the Joker being in there too, that would have been amazing. So if we have to start a movement, guys, let me know down in the comments if you're down for it. If you want to start it, hashtag Batfleck movie back and all that good stuff. We'll definitely start it. We'll do it, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys get out of here. Like I said, please, I'm gonna be leaving both articles if you want to read more into it. And if there's anything I missed and you want to talk more about it, let me know down in the comments. If you're new, definitely subscribe. Also, I am starting to stream on Twitch. Come follow me on Twitch on the Real Talk with Clos. And yeah, guys, I'll let you get out of here, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.